Hey Raswant. So previously you spoke about Quadrant, you spoke about general FAQs regarding vector database. Now we have some questions regarding single store as well.
Hi for us. Yeah, let's get started.
Sure. So basic drill. Let's start with how to connect single store cluster with Lyzr.
Right. So starting with single store, when we enter Lyzr Studio and get to the data connectors part, this is where you'll find single store,
Mhm.
and the documentation on how to connect is available here. So all that you need are these keys. So when you go into single store, when you create your own cluster, this is how it will look. When you have a cluster and you will have find a tab that says connect to database, and here is where you will find all the necessary five keys that you want. So
Okay.
when once you get all of these, you go here and you click on this add button, giving it a unique name for yourself, temp db, and these are the five keys that we saw in the uh, single store. So all you have to do is copy and paste them here, and you're all good to go. We are set.
Got it. So what vector embedding format does Lyzr expect when it in terms of single store now?
In terms of single store, again, vector embedding models are the same, meaning when you're connecting to a knowledge base and when you're clicking on single store, you have the same three options that you can choose from. So any data connector that you're using, you will have three embedding models that you can choose from and add data to it, and it will be passing on that.
Got it. So can I fine tune the query generation here?
Query generation can be fine tuned in a way
Mm-hmm.
that you can control these parameters. They can control the retrieval type and also the score threshold. This is how you can control what embeddings and what accuracy of embeddings that you're going for.
Okay. Okay. When do I use quadrant and when do I use single store? Is there any preference as such, or it depends on what you generally use and what's your general preference?
Right. So something that helps us here is that Quadrant and VV8 are supported by Lyzr by default. You don't have
Okay.
to bring in your keys to get started. So if you're someone who does not want to manage your own cluster, your best way to go is use Quadrant, which already is managed by Lyzr. But on the other hand, if you want your own cluster and you have an inclination towards single store, you can connect to it. And single store is also a vector database that also supports SQL queries. So it means that it could be multi-purpose. So that will depend on your use case. But talking about personal preference, if you have something on your own in single store, you're welcome to connect it. But if you're starting out fresh, Quadrant or VB8 that is supported by Lyzr is the best recommendation I would give you.
Got it. Okay. So since this is more about database and there is a lot of questions regarding privacy also. So one of the questions that we have is how are credentials stored securely for vector store database for single store?
Right. These credentials that you're using are only used for connection and retrieval, and they are stored securely. So they are just to make a connection to the database and query your, vectors. That is the base that is happening. So whatever you're storing is stored safely and stored as, secret keys, so that it's not exposed and it's not exposed to the public, yeah, at all. So it's all safe and secure.
Got it. So when we are uploading documents or links, like all the knowledge base that we can upload for single store, is it very similar to Quadrant, or do we have some
Yes.
other options that are present or absent here?
Yes. So everything that you find here is all common across all the vector databases that you will use. So now when you configure knowledge base, the place that you want to store your vectors is what you determine by choosing these vector database. But the way of chunking and the way of retrieval and the chunks accuracy and retrieval type are all common across all of these databases.
Got it. Thank you, Raswan. So this was about single store and If there are any doubts, I hope people will just put their questions in the comments, and we'll make more videos on that.
Sure. Thank you.